It was a great pleasure to introduce my friend, the Rogue Page, Bridget de Pape.
Thank you so much, Arnie, for that introduction. Thank you so much to all of you for being here. I am so inspired by you, by the Idle No More movement. Thank you to the Shimshan Nation for hosting us. It is such an honor to be here and to be able to call you brothers and sisters, to feel that unity. It is incredible to think about the time that we are in. When I was working in the Parliament, giving water to conservative politicians, I felt so alone. And I felt so afraid in the face of this government. Seeing what the Harper government is taking away, trying to take away the rights of First Nations people, the land of First Nations people, the rights of workers, the rights of women, the land, in the same way that governments in the past have stolen the land of your people. And for so long, I felt so hopeless and so alone. But today, I feel so inspired and so empowered because of you, because of Idle No More, because of the First Nations people who have stood up against this government and said no more. No more land theft, who have said no more Harper. To hear the stories of First Nations people throughout history, like the Haida people who stopped logging, who defended the earth, who defended Mother Earth, for everybody. Thank you. How do you feel about Harper? How do you feel about change and affecting change over this Harper government? For so long I felt helpless, but there was a teacher that I had, and his name was Marcelo, and I was taking courses with him in university. And he took me to Barrier Lake to introduce me to people there who were blockading to stop logging on their territory, who were blockading to protect their traditional governance system. And he taught me about that. And I was afraid to take action, and he told me, be humble and be fearless, and the ancestors will watch over you. And I had this idea to take action, to disrupt the throne speech. And I told my roommates about it. And one of my roommates said, "Are you nuts? You're gonna lose your job. What are you thinking, your future career?" And then I had some other roommates who said, "Yeah, that's an awesome idea, and how can we help?" So we went to go see a lawyer, and that lawyer told us that the worst case scenario would be 30 years in jail for frightening the Queen. So on the day of the throne speech, I get there, and I am just terrified. I look and I see the Governor General, Harper, the Privy Council, all of the senators, and I am standing there, and I am afraid. I don't want to frighten the Queen. I don't want to lose my job. I'm afraid of what my parents will say back in Winnipeg. But there was something inside. Those words, that feeling of other people, of standing up for each other. And so I took a few steps where I wasn't supposed to step. And then I pulled out the sign from my blazer and showed it to the TV cameras to say to everyone, you are not alone. We are not alone. And then I turned around and I showed it to Harper. Because Harper, we are not afraid of you. And then to be part of this movement has just been incredible. We are in revolutionary times. To see the I Don't Know More movement, to see the young people rising up, to see First Nations women leading this movement, to see the First Nations leading the movement against the Enbridge pipeline. Yesterday, I went to the all-native basketball tournament. And it was so inspiring to see the dances, to learn about the history of governments that have tried to suppress people and the culture and kill that spirit, and to see that spirit, to see people doing the eagle dance, the raven dance, the life that comes from that. And I was so happy to get the chance to do the butterfly dance and join you. And to see the power that comes from that culture of resistance of so many years. And I believe that it's that power that is going to stop Harper. I believe that it is that power, it is your power that is going to stop Harper, that is going to stop Enbridge, and that is going to lead the way for a new way, for a different path, like Takaya was talking about. We are in this car, and Harper and the corporations are driving us. They're driving us off a cliff. But we have a choice. And we can choose another path. The governments, they're trying to divide us. They're trying to instill fear in us so that we don't speak out, so that we don't use those gifts. They called me a national security threat for having a handmade sign. And to hear them call friends terrorists for defending the earth and the water. But I've learned that there is one thing that is stronger than fear. And that is when we come together and we look each other in the eye and we gather and we unite. And that unity is so much stronger and so much more powerful than any fear that they'll try to instill in us. And we know that they will try to pit us against one another. But we know that it is not just the responsibility of First Nations people to stop these attacks, this discrimination, this racism. It is the responsibility of non-Native people to stand with our brothers and sisters and say no more. We are idle no more. as Harper and these corporations try to control our destinies, we know that our destinies are bound together. And we know that it will not be politicians alone or industry that will be the change. It will be each one of us. I don't know more. No pipelines, no tankers, no problems. No pipelines, no tankers, no problems. No pipelines, no tankers, no problems. No pipelines, no tankers, no problems.